What's up, YouTube? This is FourthStarTCG. Welcome back to another video. Sorry for all the haze. It's very humid where I am recording in my room, but yeah, just something I have to deal with today. I'm going to be showing you guys my PSA submission video. This is, I don't know, I think number 13. I'm not keeping track of the numbers anymore. This is probably 13 and 14, but I'll just call it 13. We are sending off, I believe, 34 cards off to PSA on varying turnaround times. One card's on a 5-day turnaround time, and the rest are on 30-day turnaround times. So we will see how those all turn out, and I will get into all the cards I'm submitting to PSA. First off, on the 5-day turnaround time, if you guys have did see my previous video, sending in my no rarity base set Charizard in for grading. As I said in that video, I am expecting a 7. I am hoping for an 8. An 8 would be amazing on this card. Be very happy with that grade. But if it gets a 7, I would still be happy. Still an amazing card. Still absolutely beautiful. The first Charizard card ever printed. So very happy with that. Now, the rest of these are on a 30-day turnaround time. Doesn't mean they are any less impressive. In fact, I'd say some of them I value more than the no rarity base set Charizard, but still pretty awesome cards, and I just don't need to have these back as quickly. First off, sending in a Shining Tyranitar from Neo4. These Japanese Shining cards are so beautiful. It's so hard to accurately capture the Shining. I can kind of do it a little bit there, but these are just so beautiful. It's so hard to accurately capture how these look on a camera. I'm hoping for a 10 on this. It has the tiniest little ding down there in the corner. I doubt you can see that, but yeah, just the tiniest little ding. The back looks perfect. Sorry for all the glare, guys. Yeah, just having to record at a bad time. I'd record later in the day, but leaving for I recorded my BCBM and the PSA submission right after each other, so I'm leaving for college. When this goes up, probably I will have already left. But that's that. So next up we have a Ho-Oh from Neo Revelations, I think, in Japanese. Just getting around to grading this card. It looks perfect. There's nothing on the back, to be honest. There's no scratches on the front. These are a lot harder to grade than people would think. The early Japanese sets, especially the Neo sets, are very hard to get 10s on. But I'm hoping this one will come back as a 10. That would be very nice. I absolutely love that card. Next card I am submitting. We've got a first edition Rayquaza Gold Star from Clash of the Blue Sky. I've had this card for a little over a year. I'm just getting around to grading it now because it is not in good condition. You can see there is significant edge wear along the back. There's a crease in it. I don't know if it's a very small, it's difficult to, I think you can pick it up a little bit there. It's a crease right where my finger is, right there. The light's on it right now. So there is a crease in this card. I'm expecting a 3 or a 4, to be honest. Would be nice if it graded higher than that, but to be honest, I just want this card encapsulated and graded. I was thinking about making it authentic, but they're just having the PSA authenticate it. But yeah, if it gets like a 5, I'd be very happy with it, but I'm expecting a 3 or a 4, and it's just a beautiful card. I already have the Unlimited Edition in a 10, so I'm tired of having this card in a top loader. I'm just worried it'll get lost or damaged more than it is right now. Next up, we're sending off a Regirock Gold Star from EX Legend Maker. I think it's Legend Maker, yeah. Beautiful, beautiful card. Bought this summer. I'm expecting a 10, to be honest. There's maybe a little ding there, but it looks really nice. Even if it comes back a 9, I'll still be very happy, as it is a English Gold Star card. These are getting harder and harder to find. So yeah, hoping for a 10. That little ding on the corner might bring it down to a 9, but you never know. Sometimes PSA is nice to you, sometimes they're not. So we're sending off that card. Next off, we're sending off a card that's sort of a little near and dear to my heart. I don't think might not have done a BCBM for a lot of these cards because I've just been very busy. Got a Shadowless Zapdos. I was watching Pokemon Gym Freak on Instagram. He opened up a Shadowless box, and he's getting all the Shadowless holos in PSA 10. The Shadowless set just looks so nice, and Zapdos is probably my favorite holo from the original base set. I remember my friend had one, and I was just in awe that he had this Zapdos. I was probably just a regular base set Zapdos, but this is not in good condition. There's a couple, there's scratches on the holo pattern. The back looks pretty nice, but there's some dings here and there. I'm expecting probably a 7 or an 8 on this card, but I'm really grading it just for the nostalgia purposes. It just looks so cool. Nice Shadowless Zapdos to send off to PSA. Now into what is the bread and butter of this submission. We have a butt ton of Japanese EX cards. First off, another Charizard for you. Charizard EX from the Charizard constructed starter deck. A lot of these Japanese cards I'm hoping for 10s on. There's really nothing wrong with the back of this card. So very much hoping for a 10 on this. It is unlimited edition, but it is just beautiful. I was able to grab this for a wonderful price. So very, very happy with the Charizard EX right here. Next up, we got the Altaria EX from EX Dragon Frontiers. I purchased a couple of these cards. I got a complete Japanese, or near complete Japanese EX Dragon Frontiers set, and a lot of the cards were in good condition, enough to grade. This is a little bit off center. I don't know if there's maybe a little bit of edge wear on the back. I really don't see much, if at all. I think I'm sending in 4 of these Dragon Frontiers EX cards. They're all in pretty much the same great condition. If 2 of them come back 10s, I'll be very happy. If all of them come back 10s, oh my god, I don't want to even think about that. That would just be mind-blowing, because it would mean that I would have completed the Japanese EX Dragon Frontiers EX set in PSA 10. The last 3 that I need are Altaria, Kingdra, and the one coming after this, the Flygon EX. So here's the Kingdra EX. They're a little bit off center, but to be honest, the centering on these cards is really nice for Japanese EX cards. I think there's maybe a little edge wear on this in the top left corner, but that's just, it shows up more on camera than it does in real life. So we'll see what PSA says. This is probably a candidate to come back as a 9, but still would be over the moon if it came back as a 10. Next up, we got a Flygon EX. Centering really nice on this. It is first edition as well. The first edition set here is just so terrible at centering. That's why these cards are so hard to find in PSA 10, is because not only do you have to find a card that survived 10 years in Japan, if not going all over the place, all over the world, you got to find a card that survived 10 years. Then you got to find one that has good centering, and there's low populations of these cards to begin with, so just pretty crazy. Super hard to find these in a PSA 10. The last Dragon Frontiers EX card I'm submitting is a Dragonite EX, also unlimited edition, centering beautiful on this one. Just wonderful. Normally, because I already have this one in a 10, I would not submit it, but I know I have a good friend, Tosh, ToshV48 on Instagram. He is a big Dragonite fan, and he actually inquired about buying my 10, but I can't sell it as it's a part of my collection. So hopefully that one gets a 10, and I can send that his way. Next up, we got a Armaldo EX from, I think Mirage Forest is the Japanese set name. First edition, great centering. Great back, everything's wonderful on this card. Very much hoping for the Gem Mint 10 grade. These Japanese EX cards, they're hard to get in mint condition, but when you do, they have a good chance of getting that 10 grade. Clefable EX, I sent in a first edition copy which scored a 9, so now I got a unlimited copy. Hoping this one comes back as a 10. Really nothing wrong with it. So we'll see. We'll see what PSA thinks of this card. Very much hoping for the Gem Mint 10 grade. I think we got a couple more Japanese EXs. First up, a Salamence EX, first edition. I think I've sent in at least one copy of this card. I think it came back a 9. This one looks pretty nice. Maybe a little ding here and there, but we'll see what PSA thinks of this card. Let me get the focus there. Hopefully they decide to award it the Gem Mint 10 grade. There's so many cards in this submission that honestly, if like half of them come back 10s, hopefully I'll get more than that. My 10 rate has been higher than that, but it's a submission like this where there's really, you'll get some bad, but you'll get some good, and then the good will hopefully outweigh the bad. Got a Kingdra EX from Rulers of the Heavens, first edition, looking very nice there. Yeah, I'm really not sure if I did BCBMs for these cards, but yeah, I've just been so busy this summer. I've been trying to get out TCGO videos and stuff like that. But I think I did a BCBM for those cards. I don't know. Shifty EX. I don't know if this is first edition or not. Doesn't look like it. I don't think I marked it as first edition on the PSA submission form. But that's just a beautiful Shifty EX from Miracle Crystal. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Again, hoping for a Gem Mint 10 on that one. Got a Dustox EX. Mirage Forest, yes. First edition, very nice. Mitsuhiro Arita artwork. It's nothing special, but it still looks really cool. Not so often you see Dustox getting a ultra rare card. Got a Arcanine EX, another first edition card from Mirage Forest. Just a beautiful card, very nice. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I think I sent in one of these before, and it scored an 8, I believe. Not sure, but maybe it was English. Who knows? Rocket Zapdos EX. I need a couple more Rockets EX cards to round out my complete set. I need Rocket Zapdos EX, so I got another one of those. This is first edition as well. Back looks near perfect, so very much hoping for the Gem Mint 10 grade on that one. We got another Rockets EX I need to complete my set. Rockets Scyther EX. Centering is a tiny bit off on this, so I could understand a 9, but I mean, to be honest, I'm hoping for a 10. Back, immaculate. Yeah, just super nice on that card. A Deoxys EX Defense Form, first edition. Again, back looking pretty immaculate. Just a beautiful card right there. Very much hoping this will score the Gem Mint 10 grade. I believe, yes, this is the last Japanese EX card. We're sending in a lot of those this submission. A Pollito EX from Golden Sky Silvery Ocean. Very close to completing my Golden Sky Silvery Ocean set. I believe I need the Politoed. What else do I need? Politoed. I think I might just need the Politoed. I still need the Gold Stars. I got the Raikou, but I need the Entei and the Suicune, which are going to be incredibly tough to find. Now we got some English cards and then some Japanese, newer Japanese cards coming up towards the end. First off, we are sending in a Mega Charizard EX from Generations. Beautiful card. I bought this for like $8. And I mean, look at the back. That's really nice. I'm very much hoping for a 10 on this card. Given the prices right now, I think they're sitting at about $175 to $200 for this card, if not maybe $150, just because there are a lot of 10s out there. I might just keep it. I really like this card. It's beautiful. If it does score the 10 grade. Yeah, so very much hoping that this comes back at 10. Depending on what the prices are at, I might wait a little bit before I decide to sell it or not sell it at all. Got a Mega Rayquaza EX. I pulled this at last year's Worlds, which was pretty nice. Just getting around to submitting it now. Looks very nice. Pack fresh. I don't know if they're focused in there. Pack fresh. Beautiful card. Maybe a little ding here and there, but still hoping for the Gem Mint 10 grade on this card. I have the full art in a PSA 10, but it would just be nice to get the regular art in a PSA 10 as well. I foresee Roaring Skies. I mean, Roaring Skies boxes are already getting more expensive because of all the stuff that's in there, especially the Shamans. But man, it would just be so nice to get all the Rayquazas that I like from that set in a PSA 10. We got some Fates Collide cards. 2 copies of Team Rocket's Handiwork. I bought like, I don't know what, I want to say like 12 Fates Collide full arts for a really good price. Was hoping that a lot of them would be gradable, but a lot of them were not. These are the best. These are really the best couple full arts that I'm deciding to send off. These 2 Team Rocket's Handiworks, they're really nice. There are a couple dings on them, but to be honest, I think that's really negligible. We'll see what PSA says, of course, but I think these 2 cards are strong candidates for a 10. Of course, English full arts are so hard to grade in a 10. So if they do not come back as 10s, then that would be definitely understandable. Sending off 1 Alakazam EX full art. I think I bought 4 of them, and this is the only one that's reasonably nice enough. Even so, there are a couple dings on it, so I would understand a 9 on this card. It would still be very nice for it to come back in a Gem Mint 10 because this is just a beautiful card. I'm not a big fan of the Mega Alakazam full art, and there's just too much going on there. Sending in a Dark Dragonite. This is a holo card. This is the Theme Deck exclusive in the actual Team Rocket Return set. You can't get this as a holo, but in the James Theme Deck, you can. So this is just beautiful, beautiful card. This is one of my favorite cards. See the moon in the background, just looks so good. So I'm really hoping that this card comes back at 10. Even if it comes back at 9, I'd be happy with it. Just get this card encapsulated. Coming down to the last couple cards here, we got a Mega Salamence EX. This is from, I believe, the Night Battle promos. Just another beautiful card. Salamence is one of my favorite Pokemon, so really wanted to grab this. I did not get the regular Salamence EX because, I mean, I don't really see the point in getting that, just the Mega. I'm very sad that they didn't decide to do a full art, or they decided to do Salamence as a promo and not in a set. They've really been sort of dropping the ball on all these Megas. This is kind of an underwhelming card, but a little bit nice. The Hoopa Archgenie of Rings promo. Yeah, they've done Salamence and Garchomp and Beedrill as promo Megas and not as set-based Megas, which would give them full art cards. And I think, man, those would just be the best full arts. A full art Mega Beedrill, full art Mega Garchomp, full art Mega Salamence, man. So hopefully Megas will stay around in Sun and Moon, and we'll get full arts of them in that expansion if they stick with the full art mechanic, which I really hope they will. Last 3 cards are Japanese full arts, a couple full arts that I just never got around to grading. We got a Glalie EX full art from Blue Shock. Hoping for 10s on all these. These were all pack pulled by me, so very much hoping for 10s on them. We got a Bridget full art, again from Blue Shock. And last but not least, I pulled this, I don't know, probably about 2 years ago. A Xerosic full art from Phantom Gate. Just never got around to grading this card. Finally going to grade it, so very happy with that. That concludes the, I believe, 34 card PSA submission. This might be, I think it's probably, it's a very large number of cards for me to send in 34. I don't think it's my biggest, but it's pretty close to it. So, thank you guys very much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and stick around for more videos.